In the heart of the jungle, where the howler monkeys reign and time itself seems to slow, the stones whisper. They speak of kings and astronomers, of blood and stars, of a glory that flourished under the brutal sun and then mysteriously vanished. This is the story of the Maya, a civilization that reached for the heavens and then retreated into the earth. But this is only half the story. For thousands of miles away and thousands of years before, another whisper echoes from the depths of the Atlantic Ocean. A legend of a shining city that fell beneath the waves in a single day and night. A myth we call Atlantis. Two worlds, separated by an ocean and millennia, yet bound by a mystery that has haunted humanity for centuries. What if their stories were never meant to be told apart? This is the story of the Echo and the Drowned. The year is 820 AD. In the city of Tikal, the air is thick, not just with humidity, but with fear. Priest Ek Chua, whose name means Great Star, feels the change in the world. The calendars, his people's greatest achievement, now seem to be counting down to an end he cannot foresee. Ek Chua's young apprentice, Balaam, Jaguar, enters, his face etched with anxiety. Balaam, honored teacher, the people from the outer villages, they are leaving. They say the gods have turned their backs. The rains have not come. The earth is thirsty. Ek Chua, the gods have not turned away, Balaam. They are waiting. We read the stars to predict the future, but we forgot to read the earth. We built cities to touch the sky, but we neglected the roots that fed us. The well is dry because we took too much. The forest is reclaiming what we borrowed. The collapse of the Maya was not a single event, but a slow, agonizing unraveling. It was a perfect storm of their own making. For centuries, they had mastered their world. They charted the cosmos with breathtaking accuracy, developing a calendar more precise than any in Europe. They built towering pyramids that served as portals to the gods. But their success was their undoing. The population grew, forests were cleared for agriculture, and the fragile tropical soil, overworked and eroded, began to fail. Balaam, but the ceremonies, the sacrifices, we have given the gods all they asked for. Ek Chua, what if the gods do not want our blood? What if they wanted our wisdom, our restraint? The old texts speak of a time of great flooding, from the time of our first fathers. They crossed the great water in boats, fleeing a cataclysm that drowned their world. They found refuge here, in this green land, and vowed never to repeat the mistakes of the drowned ones. Balaam looks at the strange symbol. It is not a Mayan glyph, it is older. A memory, preserved in ink and myth, of a homeland lost to the sea. 10,000 years earlier, on an island beyond the Pillars of Hercules, the Atlantean civilization is at its zenith. It is a utopia of harmony and power. They harness the energy of the earth itself, using great crystals to light their cities and heal their people. But harmony is a fragile state. We are in the central spire of the royal palace. Queen Althea, a woman of immense grace and piercing intelligence, stands on a balcony. She holds a small, glowing crystal to her temple, her eyes closed. Her son, Prince Atlas, a young man brimming with ambition, approaches. Atlas, Mother, the High Council debates again. They say we are ready. Our ships are the fastest, our weapons unmatched. The ancient lands to the east are ripe for guiding towards our light. Althea, to guide or to conquer, Atlas? Your father's ambition clouds his judgment. Power is a tool, not a purpose. The core crystal gives us life, but it demands balance. We have grown proud. We drill deeper, demanding more energy, disturbing the great slumbering beast upon which our island rests. The Atlanteans, in their quest for ultimate power, had tapped into the planet's geothermal heart, but they failed to respect its rhythm. The beast was the tectonic plate upon which their island sat, and it was stirring. Atlas, the old tales are for children, Mother, tales of a fall, of a great flood. We are masters of the sea, not its victims. Althea. We are all its children, and the sea, like any parent, can both give and take life. There is a prophecy, older than our dynasty, spoken by the first oracle. She spoke of a rain of fire from below and the groaning of the world. She said a remnant would flee to a green jewel in the west, carrying the seed of our knowledge to begin again. It begins not with a roar, but with a groan. The earth shudders. The sky, once clear, darkens with ash from newly awakened volcanoes. The great central crystal, overstressed, explodes, triggering a chain reaction of cataclysmic power. Althea, to the ships, the Ark ships, save the knowledge, save the people. Althea, let my life force be the anchor. Let a memory of our home survive. Let one crystal carry our story to the future. She channels her own energy, stabilizing a small data storage crystal just long enough to encode it with the entire history and knowledge of Atlantis. As the wave hits, the crystal is launched from the spire like a shooting star, arcing through the stormy sky towards the west. Atlantis, the shining kingdom, is gone, swallowed by the vengeful sea. Generations have passed since the fall of the Maya. The great cities are silent, cloaked in vines and mystery. But the story survived, passed down in whispers. The story of the first fathers who came from the east, across the water, after a great flood destroyed their island of the seven circles. Balaam. They were not like us, child. Their skin was paler, their eyes the color of the sea. They brought with them the knowledge of the stars, the art of writing, and the secret of working stone. But their greatest lesson was a warning that pride can drown a civilization as easily as the sea. The survivors of Atlantis did not come as conquerors. They came as refugees, humbled by the fury of nature. They integrated with the local tribes, sharing their advanced knowledge of astronomy, mathematics, and architecture. The Mayan long count calendar, a refined version of the Atlantean star charts. The precise astronomical alignments of the pyramids, an echo of the great solar temples of their drowned homeland. The spiral symbol in Ek-Chua's codex, the ancient seal of the Atlantean royal house. The Maya became the inheritors of a legacy they only half remembered. They built a magnificent civilization, but in time, they too fell into the same trap: overpopulation, environmental degradation, and warfare. The cycle repeated. The warning was forgotten. Dr. Sharma, this doesn't make any sense. Carbon dating places this chamber at the very foundation of this site, predating the classic Maya period by thousands of years. And this, Dr. Sharma, this is quartz, but the lattice structure is perfect, impossibly perfect. It's not decorative, it looks technological. Across the world in a research vessel floating in the mid-Atlantic, marine geologist Dr. Ben Carter monitors a sonar scan. His screen shows a massive geometric anomaly on the ocean floor, over 3,000 meters down. Dr. Carter, into his comms. Boston, you're not going to believe this. The magnetometer is going crazy. We're looking at right angles, perfect circles. This isn't a geological formation. This is architecture. Dr. Carter's team sends down an ROV. As it brushes away millennia of silt, it reveals a wall. And carved into that wall, faint but unmistakable, is a large spiral circle. The exact same symbol from Ek-Chua's codex. Back in her lab, a colleague rushes in with a tablet for Dr. Sharma. Priya, you need to see this. A marine archaeology team in the Atlantic just went public with this. They found a city down there. The crystal, dormant for 12,000 years, reacts to the specific frequency of light. It glows to life, projecting a holographic star map into the center of the room. And then a voice, calm and sorrowful, yet filled with authority, fills the silence. It is the recorded voice of Queen Althea, her final message preserved in light and memory.
If you are hearing this, then you have found our legacy and our warning. We were the people of Atlantis. We fell because we believed we were masters of the world, not its children. We give you our knowledge not as a weapon, but as a guide. Do not repeat our error. The greatest civilization is not the one that builds the highest towers, but the one that lives in harmony with its world. Heed the echo of the drowned.
And so the two whispers, one from the jungle, one from the deep, finally meet in the present. They are not just stories of the past, they are a message for our future. We stand at a similar crossroads, facing climate change, resource depletion, and the pride of our own technology. The story of Maya and Atlantis is our story. The question is, will we be the civilization that finally listens to the echo? Or will we become the next chapter in the legend of the drowned?